Hot 100.9 Indies Hip Hop Station. B Swift here again. We joined by Bubba Wallace. It seems like we do this every year. And one thing we always talk about is the diversity in the sport, right? Here in Indy, we have a program called NXG with Rod Reed, who was doing an amazing thing, grabbing kids at the age of 10 and putting them in go-karts and giving them a path to pro, whether it's in the car, whether it's in the pit, whether it's in the front office. How important is that in this sport where we don't see a lot of us, especially in NASCAR, and were you ever involved in any of those type programs?
I mean, coming up through the diversity program, I was definitely involved and still looking at who's coming up through the ranks to this day. And, being able to watch the ARCA race yesterday and the truck race last night, seeing Raja do his thing and LeVar Scott and Andres Perez, and then even got Tony Breidinger and Amber Balkan out there doing things for the female side of things. And I think it's great to have that exposure and for them to, put their best effort forward to try to make leaps and bounds to make it look different for everybody, right? So, but here on the Cup side, and when we're here on Sundays, there's a lot of diversity walking through the pits and a part of the team in some sort of fashion, right? So that's definitely cool to see, and it's kind of really been that way ever since I've jumped into K&N car back in 2010. It just wasn't really talked about. The pit crews have been dominantly minorities, right? And you see that growing and growing, but it's still lacking on the crew side, working on the cars, the mechanics, the engineers, and obviously the driver side. So I think for us, it's just continuing to show up and show out. And I got to do a better job at showing out. I continue to show up, but not really showing out much. So I got to do better at that, and I think you'll start to see a more influx there.
Most definitely. Thank you.
Hey, it's DJ King from 106.7 WTLC here with Bubba Wallace. I just wanted to piggyback a little bit off of what you said about Rajay Caruth. I was reading that you helped him out, mentored him a little bit. Are you interested in mentoring any other youth or growing up to get into racing?
Doors are open. I'm usually at a racetrack on every Sunday, so they kind of know where to find me. But yeah, I'm always about helping the youth if they're willing to sit down and listen and be pushed. And I know from day one I watched Raja race legend cars, and after lap one I'm like, what are you doing? So you got to be able to handle the absolute truth and let that kind of shape and mold you. But yeah, I'm always open to that.
I know that's right. There it is right there, y'all. We live with Bubba Wallace. It's 106.7 WTLC, DJ King again.
B Swift from Hot 100.9.